camper on the corner of Arlington and First Avenue. It's gone. And it's gone because the residents called the 311 number, and they were here at my last meeting to talk to the Mr. Moore, Mr. Terrence Moore. He's the supervisor in this area for Ward 5. He's a very nice young man, and if you call him or you call that 311 number, you go through the system and they will get in contact with him, and then he will come out and then he will assess the situation, and then from there, if it needs to go to the city, then he will send it to the city. The cars on Fifth Avenue and Week Streets, they're gone because of the 311 number that the residents call. The councilman can only do so much. And believe you me, I do a lot. If you call me, I'm coming to you. I'm coming to you because I want to actually see for myself what you're involved with and what's going on in the neighborhood. Some of the things, it takes a little bit of time in order to get certain issues resolved, because as we know, sometimes the city is slow with moving. There's so many channels that you have to go through. I am just the first channel, and I can't do it by myself. That's why I need the residents in Ward 5 to call the 311 number. That way it gives me some
leverage.
Backup,
Yeah, leverage.
some backup as to what we're talking about. And believe me, when I go to the departments in the city, I'm very firm. You know, the first year, I was kind of soft. I was a newbie, and they pushed me around. And, you know, but my second year, they woke me up. And they shouldn't have woke me up because I create hell if I need to for my residents. And that's my main concern, is my residents in Ward 5.
Right.
Also, thank you. Don't forget to call that 311 number when you have concerns about abandoned homes. And also, I have a resident here, so my segment is called Let's Talk. So for a few minutes, I'm gonna open up the floor and let her talk, because Stacy, she and I, we worked on 2 houses down the street from where she lives. We worked on them last year. They were abandoned homes, and homeless people went in there and they camped out, they started fires, and so we continue to work on it. Now through her calling downtown 311 and myself, we got those homes boarded up. But guess what?
They're back.
They go back, they tear down the plywood and go right back in there. I don't know if I was homeless if I would do that. There's a lot of homeless people in Akron. You know.
I was one of them.
Right. And so I'd like for Stacy just for a minute to tell me your story.
Wow.
In your neighborhood.
Where do I begin?
I don't know, just briefly. Just
I've been there 7 years.
Tell them where your name.
My name is Stacy.
And what's your address?
I live on Crozier, on East Crozier, down by Summit County Jail. I've been there 7 years. Out of the last 5 years, 2 houses next to me have been vacant, boarded up. The drug heads, as I call them, have been going in and out that house, urinating,
Lord have mercy.
needles, starting fires, trash. I'm fighting rats on a daily. My grandkids come over. I'm afraid for them to come over because the rat problem I have from these 2 houses. The city's not doing nothing. They come out and they just let them go. As of today, the house is supposed to be boarded up. The board is just sitting on the door because they took the board down. They think they can do what they want to do. I just need the house demolished and kick them out. Do what they gotta do.
Thank you. Now, she brought up a good point. She said she needs the house demolished.
2 of them, not
Can
one,
the city do
both.
that?
Yes, yeah. No,
There's a process.
private property.
There's a process there.
And the woman, the house next to me, the woman there passed away, so it's just sitting there.
You wanna answer that? Give me your name, address.
My name is Dorothy Bond, my first time here. What I, just like she said, they boarded up and then, what they do, tear it down. See, to me, I don't think they should board it up, because this way, everybody can see what they're doing in there, because you making a home for them.
Make it a home. If they cook outside, they use the bathroom outside, they do what they wanna do.
Because they're in the house, they in there boarded up, can't nobody see nothing. But if the house burned down, then they running on like roaches and stuff, trying to get out of there, so they ain't had no business in there in the first place.
So what would you do, just leave it open and let it go in and
Leave
out?
it open, because that's how everything is happening, because they going in there, you can't see what they doing.
I
You
don't
don't
want
know
you.
it's the crackheads and whatever that burns the house down. That's how all these fires going on.
But that's not the solution to the problem. The problem is the dilapidated, rundown house who the landlord or the owner has not taken responsibility for their property. And I do believe that there is a process that the city can go through, because if somebody is not paying taxes on the property, sooner or later, the city or county gets involved in. Those houses should either be sold and renovated, or maybe more homes for the homeless people, livable homes for the homeless people, or they should be torn down.
Okay, that's a good observation. There was a house on Yellow Street, right down the street from where you live. That house it had been torched and burned down for almost 6 years, long before I became a council person. And so, that house was just demolished this year, because the residents and yours truly put pressure on the city of Akron to tear that house down. It was an eyesore. Now, so far this year, you've been keeping up with the Beacon Journal. 87 homes have been demolished. They had grant money to demolish, I think, about 100 and some houses. They're working on it. Oh, while I'm talking about the demolition, there's a backhoe on McKinley. And the last time that we had a board meeting here, the residents spoke about that large backhoe. And so I went down and saw for myself. And what happened is that the backhoe is not working anymore. And the owners of that backhoe, they just abandoned it. So I went to the service director and I asked him every time I see him on his face, because again, that's an eyesore in the community. And I asked him what they were going to do about that. So he said that they would have to dismantle that. And when they dismantle it, then they would put everything on a big truck and haul it out. But that's a major issue to me, that backhoe been there for over 2 years now. And that backhoe, it did demolish a couple of homes, but after that, then it became not usable. And so the owners, they just ran away and just left it there. So that's another issue that I'm concerned about. When you're talking about leaving homes and leaving them open, what are children doing here?
I was just about to say that. There's children all around where I live at.
What's going to happen when the children go in there? Oh, my. That's not right. But anyway, you can't just go and tear someone's home down, because that used to be someone's home and it's still someone's property. So you just can't say, well, it needs to be torn down. And like Ms. Johnson said, it's a process. And I feel very sorry for Stacy, and that's your daughter, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I've been in the same situation. So you have my deepest sympathy on that, but we're gonna work on that. You and I are gonna still
It's just
work
hard
on-
finding needles every day when my
Yeah.
kids want to go outside and play. I can't let them because I fight needles.
Right, right,
Or they catch on fire.
right.
Because they have fires every night. I call the fire department, they come out, let them go, and she stays right there. She watches
See,
them.
That's a nuisance.
She watches it do
And
them.
she also said that she calls Akron Police Department. Now, they can only do so much.
They come out, talk to her, let her go.
They can only do so much. They cannot actually go in there and drag anybody out of those buildings. Because, number one, they're not breaking any laws because the owner didn't say, get out of there, or the owner didn't say, well, I don't want them in here. Probably a lot of this vacant property and abandoned homes, they're owned by outsiders. These people live in North Carolina, South Carolina, and it's hard sometimes to get in contact with them.
Do you have squatters? Do you have squatters, or these are just people?
These are squatters.
Okay.
Yeah.
Next to me, they're squatters.
Yeah, so, is there anything else we need to talk about? Oh, the city and the police union, they're in contract negotiations at this time, just for your information. A union, they put a new contract. The new contract, police
So people
and
you're
the
talking about are
city
squatters?
are in negotiations for the FOP.
And there's
new contract.
just one. That she brings her
That's
friends over there and they just.
downtown. And we have a new APS superintendent.
I gotta
Her
get full
name
back to when
is,
you're out there fighting.
anybody know her name? The new APS superintendent?
Mary Oakley.
Oh, really? Mary Outley. Mary Outley. Yes, I think she's the second African-American female in this district that I can remember, because I was just born in the 60s, so I can't remember any others. Okay, is there any other concerns you'd like to talk about before we actually get into the meeting?
Is she from Akron?
Miss Outley?
Yeah.
Yes, she is. She's a very nice lady, and I taught her how to usher. I'm a church usher. Yes, ma'am. One of the best in the nation.
Here tonight live between Milton and D-Loss and Arabella and Chittenden. Because those corners are so, the grass is this high to where you can't even see the stop sign is there, but you can't see any traffic. I've called 311. Last year I called them, I bet you 10 times before they ever did anything, and then I had other people. But if anybody lives in that area, you just need to, because it's blocking the stop sign. And you can't see it. You pull out there, next thing you know, here's a car coming this way, and you're gonna get hit.
Just keep on calling that